Hey, everybody, welcome back to another Motivation Monday podcast for Monday, October 1st, 2018. Hope you had a great weekend. Very excited to be back with you. And as always, thanks for tuning in and checking out the podcast. So, I wanted to give you something that I think will really inspire you this week, something to check out on YouTube, actually. And I am going to link to a couple of these videos in the show notes this week. So what I wanted to talk to you about is one of my favorite saxophone players, Ben Wendel. I'm sure that a lot of you out there have heard of him before, have checked out his playing. I really think he's one of the most fantastic young musicians on the scene today. And the stuff that he's doing is just really incredible. The output of this particular individual is inspiring in itself, not to mention how well he plays and all the different things he's doing. So a little bit about Ben Wendel. He's obviously a saxophonist. He lives in New York City, and he has a really amazing YouTube presence. And that's one of the things that I'm noticing more and more with this new generation of musicians is that they're really using YouTube as a vehicle for presenting music to us. And I think that that's really important because we live in such a visual world, and it feels really amazing to get to know these folks through watching video content. Now, Ben is one of the best at putting out really high quality video content, and that's really what I wanted to talk to you about today was, some of the video series that he's put out and the fact that I think everybody needs to check these out because it will really enlighten their musical world. So Ben started his YouTube presence with a really great series called The Seasons. And what he would do is he would write an original composition for a duo. And he would invite some of his favorite musicians to either come over his apartment or go to a really cool location and get high quality video and audio of these compositions that he wrote. So some of the folks that were featured on the Seasons series were like a who's who of people in New York playing music that are just at the absolute highest level possible. So he has videos with Joshua Redman. He has a video with Aaron Parks. He has a video with Gilad Heckman. Just all these amazing musicians, and the compositions are second to none. He's one of my favorite modern composers, and his music, I think, is really pushing the boundaries of jazz forward. So the first video series I want you to go and check out is The Seasons, and he's actually coming out with a record of a lot of these compositions, not just in duo form, but I think in the next month that record is going to come out, and it's called Ben Wendel The Seasons, so make sure you check that out as well. But that's the first YouTube series that I think all of us should check out to get a sort of introduction to Ben's playing and composing if you haven't checked it out already. Now, the latest thing that he's done, which I think is just as good, if not better in my mind, and I think it'll be really valuable to a lot of people that listen to this podcast with the type of material that we present here, is a series called Standards with Friends. So again, it's a duo series, and Ben is actually doing all of these out of his apartment in Brooklyn, and he just, again, has his friends over, but instead of playing his own original compositions, they'll just pick a standard and actually play a duo version of this standard. So he's got Melissa Aldana, he has Walter Smith III, Philip Dijak, he has all these, again, just like an A-list of people from around the jazz world, and they simply get together and play a tune. Now, I don't know how much they plan this stuff out, or if they just kind of go for it, and whatever happens, happens, but I'm kind of thinking that it's more the latter. Because these musicians are playing on such a high level that they can just kind of go for it, and something amazing is going to come of it. So I particularly want you to check out this series because we talk a lot about standards and reinterpreting standards and finding our own voice over tunes that so many musicians have played over in the past. This series is really inspiring to me because every duo is something that is completely and totally different from the last one, And you just can't predict the way that they're going to play these standards, which is always very, very exciting to me as a jazz nerd. So I'm going to post one video, probably my favorite one from the seasons, and then I'm going to also post one of my favorite videos from his new series, Standards with Friends. And I highly suggest that you check this out. I think if you're in need of a little bit of inspiration, if you're in need of seeing some people, playing at the highest level there is, these series are really going to get you motivated, get you going. And it's also just such high quality that entertainment value alone is something that you should all be checking out. All right, so check out Ben Wendel, see what he's all about, and use it as kind of a kick in the butt to get out there this week and start working on stuff that's maybe a little bit too hard for you to try to, strive for what these particular individuals are going for. All right, we will talk to you soon. We'll see you on Friday with a regular episode. Hope everybody has a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.